Since I've become department manager, I want to change the EC division. You're a temp worker and you may go in and out of other companies. So from an information security standpoint, I need you to refrain from using company PCs from now on.
What? Actually, over the past 3 months, sales on our e-commerce have dropped by $5 million.
What?
My name is Keiichi Sato. I'm a temp worker at Tokide Fashion, a company that handles fast fashion.
Keiichi, we'll be using these documents in the meeting later, so could you make enough copies for everyone?
Yes, understood. This man is Atsushi Sekine, who recently became the new manager of the EC division. There was a major reorganization lately, and he transferred here from another department. I've heard he's quite capable. It happened one day.
Keiichi, do you have a moment? I'd like to talk to you.
Yes, what is it?
Since I've become department manager, I want to change the EC division.
Shift change?
Our e-commerce site holds a massive amount of customer information. If that data were leaked to an outsider, it would be a serious problem. You're a temp worker and you may go in and out of other companies. So from an information security standpoint, I need you to refrain from using company PCs from now on.
What? Right now, the only company I'm dispatched to is Tokide Fashion. I've signed an NDA with the company, and I'm extremely careful not to leak any information. Besides, almost all of my current tasks require the use of a PC. I'm worried this change might interfere with my work.
From now on, I want to give you tasks that only you can handle. Ones that approach things from a slightly different angle than a full-time staff. I'd like you to focus on these going forward.
I see. Understood.
Alright then, I'm counting on you. We'll be collecting the PC from your desk.
Keiichi, are you really okay with this? I understand Atsushi's reasoning, but isn't it a bit much to completely restrict your PC access?
The one who spoke to me from the next desk over was Yui Sakurai, who manages the EC site operations. When it's framed as an information security issue, well, I suppose there is a risk. But if that's the judgment Atsushi made, then it can't be helped.
But Keiichi played a pretty major role until now.
I guess that's part of the shift change, so there's nothing we can do about it but follow along.
I just wonder if changing Keiichi's responsibilities like this is really okay. I hope it doesn't end up causing serious trouble later.
3 months later, Toru, the company president, came to visit the EC division. Toru, here's some hot tea for you.
Thank you.
You can leave us after serving the tea.
Yes, understood.
Atsushi, everyone, sorry to take up your time when you're all busy.
Not at all. So, what did you want to discuss?
Actually, over the past 3 months, sales on our e-commerce site have dropped by $5 million. And it's not just that. In-store sales have also been declining steadily, and we have no idea how far they'll fall going forward.
What?
I did sense the EC site wasn't performing well, but even the stores too?
I didn't realize things had gotten that bad.
Market analysis for the EC site should have been handled by the EC division. Until 3 months ago, we were never off trend. So what's happening during this period?
That was around the time we had Keiichi stop doing PC-related work, wasn't it? But to think that alone could have affected sales. I mean, really? You're the one in charge of the EC site operations, right? Could it be that your current approach no longer matches consumer demand?
What?
You've been working with the EC site for a while now. You must have some idea why the sales are down.
If we're being honest, the market analysis over the past 3 months hasn't been going well, and I believe the biggest reason is that we haven't been able to properly track the trends. Takuya and I have been in charge of the analysis, but it's been really hard to get a grasp on what's trending.
What? You're running the site but can't even perform proper analysis?
We've done everything we could, but...
Hold on. Why are you two the ones handling the analysis anyway?
Because they're both in this EC division?
I was under the impression, based on my agreement with the previous EC division manager, that Keiichi would be responsible for sales management, analysis, and future trend forecasting for the EC site.
What?
Did no one hand that over during the reorganization?
I looked over most of the handover documents, but there was just so much. I haven't had time to go through all the employee-specific notes yet. I thought it was more important to fully grasp the EC Division's operational methods first, before reviewing personnel responsibilities.
I see. However, I noticed Keiichi doesn't have a PC at his desk. And you do need one for analysis, don't you? Keiichi, could you come over here for a moment?
Yes?
You're not doing any analysis work right now.
No, I'm not. Atsushi instructed me not to use a company PC due to the information security concerns, since I'm a temp worker. So I've stepped away from the marketing analysis and sales forecasting I was doing before.
That's outrageous.
Up until 3 months ago, Keiichi was doing detailed market analysis and proposing product ideas to the product planning team based on projected trends. His suggestions were always spot on, which allowed us to plan products that never missed the mark.
After that, Yui and I took over, but to be honest, I'm an engineer. There's no way I can meet that same level of quality.
If it was such an important task, you should have told me.
I did try to explain that it would disrupt my work, but you wouldn't listen to me. I honestly thought you were making your decision with full understanding of what I do.
Both I and Takuya asked you multiple times to reinstate Keiichi to his original duties.
I knew that, but I figured something like market analysis could be done by other staff too.
I see. I understand the situation now. Then let me give direct instructions regarding future operations. I want you all to return to the analysis structure from 3 months ago, with Keiichi back at the center.
But what about security concerns?
If that's the issue, why not consider making you a full-time employee? You have become an irreplaceable asset to this company. I think it would be a real loss to let your Temp contract expire and risk losing you to another firm.
Are you serious? I'd be honored.
That's great news, Keiichi.
This should also make collaboration with other departments smoother. I'm counting on you.
Yes.
I had no idea Keiichi was that highly valued by the company.
After that, I was officially hired as a full-time employee. I was issued a PC again, and returned to handling the same duties I had before, just like 3 months ago.
How's the trend forecast looking?
With summer heat getting more severe every year, products using cooling fabrics, quick-dry materials, and UV-blocking textiles might do well. Also, demand seems to be rising for oversized and lightweight material combinations, like gender-neutral setups and one-piece outfits.
Got it. I'll share that info with the product development team right away.
Yes, thank you. Now that I've regained access to internal information previously limited to full-time employees, I believe the accuracy of my analyses has improved significantly.
Actually, I heard from the marketing department. They're working on new business plans and global expansion strategies. Apparently, they'll be asking for some analysis soon, so I'll be counting on you.
Understood. Honestly, during those 3 months away from analysis, I didn't feel any drive at work. I felt like I was putting a lot of pressure on Yui too, so I'll do my best to be more helpful from now on.
Yes, I'm counting on you.
Keiichi, ever since becoming a full-time employee, he's been even more energetic and passionate about work. But is it really okay that we're relying entirely on him for all of our market analysis? The president clearly trusts him immensely, and if he contributes even more to the company, the blame might fall on me for not having properly recognized his value earlier.
After that, just as Yui had mentioned, I received a direct request from the marketing department.
I'm Minori from the marketing team. Nice to meet you. To get straight to the point, we're currently working on a new business plan that includes global expansion, and we're moving towards launching an international EC site. So we'd like you to handle overseas market analysis, Takuya to develop the site, and Yui to take charge of the operations strategy.
Tokide Fashion is finally going global, huh?
I'll do my best to apply everything we've learned from running the Japanese site.
I'm fired up already.
Since we'll be prepping while continuing to manage Japanese EC site, it's probably going to get a bit hectic.
That's no problem at all. We'll make a site that really appeals to international customers.
In fact, I've already had a vision for what approach we should take, and I'm eager to bring it to life right away.
Leave the market analysis to me. Let's all work together and build a fantastic overseas site.
The EC team? They're also reliable. Alright then. Thank you in advance.
And so, Yui, Takuya, and I began working on the new overseas site. Of course, we continued to put our full effort into the Japanese site, but the four of us worked through countless rounds of trial and error, finally reaching the launch day. At first, things seemed to be going smoothly, with increasing traffic, or so it seemed.
The initial response during the first 2 weeks after launch was pretty good.
Sales on the Japanese site are steady, but the overseas site isn't seeing much growth.
Could it be that Keiichi's analysis missed the mark? No, but even looking at overseas influencers' fashion trends, it doesn't seem that far off, right?
Exactly.
Excuse me? Everyone, have you seen the activity on the overseas site?
Yes, we were just talking about that. We're a little concerned about how poorly it's performing.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about. I figured out the problem.
What?
What do you mean? Takuya, could you come here for a moment?
Calling me over the moment I arrive? What's going on here?
I'd actually been investigating the drop in momentum since the early stages post-launch. That's when I noticed something unusual. There are 2 sets of market analysis reports that were submitted to the marketing department.
2 sets? I'm pretty sure I only handed over 1.
Yes, and that's the thing. It seems that before you submitted yours, Takuya had already handed his own version of an overseas market analysis, done in his own style. The team mistakenly assumed it was from you and chose products based on that data.
Can we see the analysis that was submitted?
Yes, here it is. What? This is completely different from Keiichi's analysis?
You're right.
Of course it is. That's the result of my own analysis, from my perspective.
That selfish decision is directly affecting the current slump in overseas sales. You, of all people, who know how crucial the early momentum is for managing the Japanese site, should have known better.
Ugh, that's true, but...
First of all, the overseas market tends to be 2 to 3 seasons ahead of Japan. That's why we need to approach it with even more cautious than we do for the domestic market. The gender-neutral mixed fashion trend you submitted, Takuya, that's something that was popular in Japan a while ago. If it already boomed in Japan, that likely means the trend has already come and gone overseas. No wonder it didn't land.
Ugh.
What I proposed was a concept called texture mix.
What's that supposed to be?
Combining contrasting materials like satin, mesh, leather and denim, knit and nylon. It's said to be an upcoming trend. I was planning to suggest new products based on that forecast.
Minori, would it be possible to restructure the marketing strategy using the results of Keiichi's analysis instead? Yes, of course.
Then please share it with the marketing team and give my approach a try. I promise you won't regret it.
Got it. I'll bring it up for consideration.
Ugh, beaten by Keiichi again.
I was hired by this company as a specialist in the field. I'm confident I can turn around the current sluggish sales, so please let me handle it.
Fine.
As expected of Keiichi, if this helps boost sales on the overseas site...
A few weeks later,
Sales on the overseas site have made a V-shaped recovery. The texture mix products Keiichi proposed to the marketing team are selling incredibly well.
Yay!
Keiichi, thank you so much.
No, I just did what I could.
Huh. Wasn't it just because the products were new and caught the customer's attention? Still, it's good that sales are back up.
Takuya? Geez, he always has to get in one last word.
Good work, everyone.
Toru,
I've heard that the entire EC division has been working hard to manage the new overseas site. Thank you all so much. But I also heard that during the launch of the overseas site, the dip in sales was caused by Takuya.
that's...
I had clearly instructed that all market analysis was to be handled by our specialist, Keiichi. What you did essentially shows a lack of trust in the employees of your own department, wouldn't you say?
Yes, you're right.
If we hadn't lost momentum at the beginning, sales might have been even better. If only we fully trusted Keiichi's market analysis from the start.
Market analysis isn't something you can master overnight. You have to track market movements over months, even years, or you won't be able to accurately predict future trends.
That's something the marketing team is reflecting on as well.
If you're not able to trust your team, we may need to reconsider your position moving forward.
No!
The EC division is full of highly skilled professionals, and I believe the one leading them should be someone who can trust in each of their abilities.
Yes.
After that, Takuya was demoted and returned to his previous department. But his arrogant behavior from his EC division days remained, leading to conflicts with other staff, and ultimately he resigned. Unable to change his attitude, he's now struggling to find another job.
Why? I was supposed to be an elite leader capable of running a department.
Meanwhile, Yui was appointed as the new head of the EC division. She's someone who truly values each employee's individual strengths, a reliable leader. Yui, you've been really busy lately, huh?
Yes, I've been realizing just how hard it is to lead a team.
Would you let me support you in that? Not just as a coworker, but as your partner in life, too.
Yes, please.
Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and